Luffy just reached God-tier Haki. His Observation Haki now rivals Shanks. But the real twist, Mosa, isn't who you think she is. Welcome to Super Synth D Studio, where the final saga of One Piece hits different. If you're here for raw spoilers, deep theories, and hype that hits harder than Advanced Conqueror's Haki, you're in the right place. In the latest chapter of One Piece, Luffy realizes something big. He's just awakened a new level of his Kenbunshoku Haki. He can now sense someone's aura from an incredibly long distance. The exact same level Gaban used to detect the Holy Knights all the way from Elbaf. And guess what? Loki's got that same elite level of Observation Haki too. He senses someone falling into the underworld. He even pinpoints where they fell, but he can't tell who it was. Now, Sanji could only hear a loud crash from below. So clearly Loki's Haki is already on another level. But Luffy, he goes beyond that. Luffy immediately knows it was Chopper who fell. That's Kenbunshoku Mastery. Usopp once tapped into this by accident in Dressrosa, when he sensed the aura of Luffy, Law, and Sugar inside the Royal Palace, despite being way over at the Old King's Plateau, near Kurita Coliseum. But even that's not the limit. Shanks sensed Admiral Ryokugyu all the way from offshore Wano. And he didn't just sense him. Shanks used his Haki to directly warn Ryokugyu to leave. Yup, that's the top of the Haki food chain. And now, Luffy's finally caught up. He's using what's now called WiFi Haki. Just like Shanks did, Luffy can now sense someone from a distance and send his Haki directly to them. That's the secret of true Haki masters. What Shanks did in Wano wasn't just intimidation. It was a combination of Advanced Kenbunshoku Haki and Advanced Conqueror's Haki. And when you combine Advanced Armament Haki with Conqueror's Haki, you get Zoro's King of Hell mode, with all three swords glowing with black lightning and green smoke. Zoro's earlier ability, Breath of All Things, was also a mix of observation and armament, allowing him to sense the breath of inanimate objects, even his sword. That's how he sliced through Mr. One's steel body. And now, the awakening of Luffy's Observation Haki points to one goal: to defeat enemies who can regenerate. Think about it. Gaban and Loki both used this power. To beat regenerating enemies, Gaban took down Summers. Loki crushed King Harold, who might have been under the influence of Imu's Domi Reversi. So how do you cancel out regeneration? By fusing three Haki types at once: Advanced Observation, Advanced Armament, and Advanced Conquerors. Observation lets you detect the enemy's core essence, their soul. Once it's exposed, that's the real body you need to strike. Just like when Zoro sensed the essence of steel to cut through Mr. One. Then, Armament and Conquerors are used to actually damage that core. And now, we finally learn who Mosa really is. She's not Jarl like many predicted. The Denden Mushi Loki uses to call Mosa is a snow Denden Mushi. These rare snails are fur-covered and cold-resistant. More importantly, they have voice recognition, meaning the user doesn't even have to touch them. That's right, Mosa's voice is the only clue to her true identity. And here's where it gets wild. A native Japanese speaker on Twitter pointed out that Mosa's speech style is feminine. She uses soft phrases like "Shinpai shinai, don't worry. Yasuragi no jikan ni natte imashita, it became a peaceful time. And anata to no ojikan ga, my time with you. Phrases not typically used by men. So who fits that speech pattern? One name, Princess Shirahoshi. Think back to Fishman Island. Shirahoshi was shy, kind, overly polite, and she lived through constant trauma from Vanderdecken 9. That matches what Mosa describes as her own traumatic past. Plus, both Shirahoshi and her mother had the ideology of forgiveness. Even toward the celestial dragons, Mosa says the exact same thing. And when she reacts badly to loud sounds, that's textbook Shirahoshi behavior. But what about the name? Why does Loki call her Mosaku? Simple, they've never met in person. Ku is an honorific used for royalty, and Mosa isn't her real name. It's a nickname. In the official VIZ translation, it becomes Shaggy, from the Japanese word Mosa, which literally means furry. Remember what Roger called Princess Neptune back then? Furry. That's right. Mosa's Shirahoshi. And here's the kicker. When Mosa calls Loki again in chapter 1151, Luffy and the others leave to rescue Chopper. If they'd stayed, they would have heard the voice on the line and instantly recognized her. Mosa says she won't be able to contact Loki again anytime soon. That means something serious is about to go down. What if the Blackbeard pirates found out about the ancient weapons? And now they're attacking Fishman Island. Between Wano and Fishman Island, Fishman Island is the more vulnerable target. And finally, the mural on the treasure tree, Adam, shows Poseidon standing in front of an ancient giant. Is this hinting at an ancient bond between Poseidon and the giants? And now, that fate is playing out again between Loki and Shirahoshi. It's all connected. Luffy's Haki just evolved to a level that can reshape the world. And Mosa, she may hold the key to stopping Imu from wiping out everything. If you're loving this level of theory, spoilers, and final saga deep lore, hit that subscribe button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let me know, is Shirahoshi the Mosa we've all been waiting for? This is Super Synth D Studio, where we don't just react, we decode One Piece. See you in the next one.